Hi, Cancer. Welcome back. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome to I'm Destiny Calling Tarot. And Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. This reading is going to cover the time frame of March the 15th through March 21st. Let's go ahead and get started. I will be announcing a winner for the personal reading contest. Keep an eye out for the next video and I will announce the winner. Okay, guys? Alright, so this is going to be a general reading for the Cancer Collective. So where it's so general, if you're noticing things not resonating, don't try to force the messages. It simply means those particular messages weren't meant for you, and that's okay. Dates as well really are general guidelines here in the reading, guys. So you may notice things resonating a few days, a few weeks before and after these specific dates. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is feeling well. I can't believe we're doing March, towards the end of March already. All right, let's get into your energies. Whew. All right, guys, let's take a deep breath. That's going to allow us to get rid of all of the negative, toxic energies. Let's take another deep breath. All right, it's going to allow us to bring all the positive, good, yummy vibes our way. Spirit, please provide messages for Cancer. And this is to cover the time frame of March 15th through March 21st. What messages would you like to have come forward for Cancer? Spirit, what messages would you like to have come forward for Cancer from March 15th through March 21st, 2020? These are your cards. All right, so this will be your inspirational card for the end. We'll save that. Put that right over here for you. This is going to be the Energy Oracle card, so it's going to provide us with the overall energies here for the entire reading here today. It says, find your bliss. I am following a path I love, and I'm fully aligned to my soul purpose. All right, so this is actually a new deck that I'm using. It's the Spirit Consciousness deck, or Conscious Spirit deck. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read just for this one card. I'll read from the book, where it's such a new deck to me. All right, so it says, this card is here to remind you that you will only be truly happy when you're doing what you love. Start making small changes in your life to help steer you into a career or a path that fulfills you and satisfies your passions and talents. Know the universe will support you in these changes, but you have to start taking the necessary steps. If you are unsure what your bliss is, begin to research subjects that spark your interest. Connect with others who have similar interests and find courage and inspiration from them. If you are already on a path that you love, perhaps it's time to think of new directions in which to steer it. Don't become complacent. I think that's the biggest message here. Don't become complacent. Continually challenge yourself and your talents, and new doors will open constantly for you. I truly do believe that if we're not learning, we're not living, because life is all about constant change and constantly transforming and evolving. Let's take a look at your cards. All right, so I only do reversals if I'm doing a personal reading. Just wanted to put that out there, guys. All right, wow. Oh my goodness. This is incredible. Okay, so you guys, you have 8 cards here, and 4 are major arcana cards. So with the 4 being major arcana, these are more drastic changes than the minor arcana would be. Okay, just put that out there. So the first card here for your reading, guys, is 6 of Cups. Make sure everybody can see that. Okay, so this is all about imagination here. This is all about femininity. This is definite feminine energy as far as healing goes, and empathy. I am getting a little bit of a sense of romance here as well. Very interesting. This card really brings out the question, will you accept assistance from your ancestors? So what really this means is if you're struggling as to where your direction or your purpose is and what next steps to take going forward, are you willing to contact your ancestors, which could be actually spirit guides for you, and ask them to provide you with signs for guidance? That's what comes up with this card. All right. Next card, King of Coins. We have a lot of, this is a chakra tarot deck. So I don't normally focus on the chakras, but when I'm looking at this deck and this spread, guys, you have an awful lot of purples and an awful lot of blues. All except for 1 card, so 7 out of the 8 cards. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, which are the blue. So when I see that 1, 2, 3, the blue chakra here, what it's symbolic of is what you see in your life, which is your creation. So you're definitely in creative manifestation mode. Or just putting together steps to take action towards a new creation, a new project, a new endeavor, a new purpose which you feel guided to take. That's what I see with that chakra specifically. The purple ones here, they're more So these ones were messages, but the purple chakra here is more universal. So I really love that for you guys because it's tapping into the consciousness of the unified world, okay? So it's all about oneness. It's all about oneness. And then the final card, which is the orange, this is an emotional response here. And it's asking, are you feeling mature? Or are you feeling immature? And by that, it means, are you feeling mature in your skill sets? Or are you feeling immature where you could definitely have some upgrades made, okay? All right, so enough of that, moving on. The next card we had is King of Coins. This is all about ambitious goals. All about ambitious goals. I love this so much for you. It's about prestige, yes. I am sensing that. It's about practicality as well. It's about your principles here. So I'm really very much sensing with this card, it's more or less you staying focused once you've made a decision as to what direction to make. And the energies from this card are very symbolic here, guys. If you're staying focused at this time, these energies are helping to make it your quest tangible. So this is about actually manifesting it, right? So this can be about prestige. So if some of you have prestige already, you have a great place in the community, a good reputation in the business community, working with a church. If you're already well known, I guess is the best way to put it, or if you have a lot of contacts, this is where you need to temporarily put your focus so that you can get assistance, resources, you can get individuals on board for your purpose, for the strategy that you have looking at going forward. All right, next card. All right, next card is Queen of Swords. So take a look at that. This is about the cold truth. This is about ethics yet again. This is about integrity. This is about being quite decisive as well. This is a really big message not to procrastinate as well. You want to keep up the momentum with what it is that you're doing is what I'm sensing. Nine of Swords. I hate to say it, but some of you, as far as the emotional aspect of this reading, it does indicate that there could be some deep grief in your emotions at this time. So it could very well be for some of you, you may have lost a loved one recently, or you may be coming up on an anniversary of the date when you've lost your loved one. It could be many different things that have brought on the grief, but I do feel that this purpose that you're going towards, or this project, or this passion that you're developing to try to make the world a better place for people who maybe have dealt with situations that you know you can put your 2 cents in and make a difference in somebody's life. And I feel that's a direct result of possibly your ancestors who have passed on. So it's kind of like a legacy of love, right? And I can definitely say that because the next card is the Lover's card. With the Lover's card, it can also definitely, I am, for others who are not in that situation, I can definitely, like I said, I can sense that there is an air of a bit of romance for others. So I am sensing that it is possible that through a situation where you are dealing with this grief, it has brought you to a path where you perhaps have met an individual through this process that you may not have met otherwise. So somebody came through into your life through a path such as maybe a funeral of a loved one, a wake of a loved one. While attending these things, you may run into somebody new and they introduce themselves, and it's kind of the connection there. So I am getting that for some people, whereas otherwise if you had not been at these specific places at the right time, right place, right time, you would have never have met this romantic interest that seems to be quite compatible with you, especially with the Lover's card. Could be soulmate vibes here for sure. So as I mentioned, guys, you have 4 major arcana cards. You have 4 in a row. So, next card is the Sun card. It's also major arcana. So these last 4 cards, especially where they're 1, 2, 3, 4 consecutively in order, these are likely to have a pretty big impact coming up. This Sun is definitely about optimism. So I do feel that you have gone, like I said, you've gone through some grief, or you are going through some grief. You will come out of it, and you will be able to get back to more so being yourself and that optimistic person yet again. This can be accomplishments as well. So it is kind of an indication here if you're going through skills development, if you're going through working through a project, fulfilling plans that you've put into place. This is very symbolic of accomplishment in that area. Alright, next card. I'm very much vibing with this card right now for you. It's the Judgment card. It's all about gratitude. So for some, this is symbolic of unity. So it can be symbolic of this Lover's card here, coming into union with possibly potential soulmate material. For others, it's really it's all about gratitude. It's about, you know, experiencing situations which made you stronger, which made you wiser, which really transformed your life, possibly even a lot of spiritual growth happened as a direct result of a specific event that you've gone through. You're seeing how you're seeing things come into your life and how they were meant to come into your life, and you're very, very grateful for the realization of how it was meant to be, or how things are coming full circle for you in a way. So overall, these 4 major arcana cards, I am getting it's very transformative. It's all about growth here. So it can be all about spiritual growth. It can be all about personal growth and development, right? It just depends on your situation where it's so general. All right, and last card is the Justice card. So I'm really, in just reading, I don't feel that for some of you, when it comes to find your bliss energy and the Lover's card and even the Judgment card here, this Justice is potentially for some of you about recently or your last romantic relationship being terrible, just really, really terrible, and you have gotten yourself out of that situation, and you really have been, in a sense, maybe grieving the loss of a person, even though you knew it wasn't good for you. You still had to go through that grieving process. And then this Justice card could very well be the best relationship of your life, which usually comes after the worst relationship of your life. So for some people, that is what this card is very symbolic of. And for others, it's very much about your passions, your goals, your purpose going forward. And it's not that you're righting a wrong, it's more so that you feel on some level that your work is bringing about some form of clarity, some form of feeling empowered in a specific situation, if that makes sense. So if you're doing that for yourself and for others, you truly are a beautiful soul. All right, I feel very, very, very called to select, I have this deck, it's a blessings deck, so I really, it's a lot of intense energies, and if anyone out there needs to feel and a little extra blessing come their way, this is meant for you specifically, okay? Spirit, what blessing did you want to have come forward for Cancer? Please send a blessing message forward for Cancer. One message, please, Spirit. Okay, I'm going to take the first card out, and it says, purpose and meaning. Guys, look at that. I would love how this always works out and comes together. It's all the pieces of the puzzle fitting together, right? So it says, where I experience doubt and dismay, I welcome resurgence of faith and conviction. I allow my life to be tidal. I allow my life to fill and empty according to a plan higher than I might naturally perceive. I very much sense that, and like I always say towards the end of the readings when I show these little messages at the end, I always feel, even if it's meant for one person, it's so, so important. It doesn't have to resonate with you specifically. Like I said, it may only be meant for one individual out there that needs to hear this at this time. So your purpose and your meaning. Then we're going to take a look at, of course, the inspirational message. I always want to end the readings on an inspirational good note. It says, I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me. Feeling that for you guys so much on a very deep level here. I am patient knowing that whatever is good is of the highest good is coming to me. It looks as though as well she's pregnant here, so it's almost as though something is in the works. And like I said, if you're planning or if you have a relationship that's in the works and it's for the highest good, it is coming your way. Beautiful. All right, guys. I didn't have any candles today, and I didn't have any relaxing spa music. I have a very tired toddler who's in the background, just kind of drifting off watching cartoons. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and squeeze in this reading for you guys. I wanted to thank each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart for watching and listening to these messages. It means so much to me. So yeah, make sure you're tuning in next time and I'll announce the winner of the free personal reading contest. And if you haven't already and you'd like to come back from week to week, we would love to have you here. If you're new to this channel, everyone is certainly welcome as long as we respect each other. And my intention here is really to have a community of people who can really inspire each other and help each other to grow and really support each other in any way that we feel we have wisdom to provide. Alright guys, that's it for today. Don't forget to click on like and subscribe.